Yesterday, Putin reported on the successful launch of the Sarmat ballistic missile. Has there been any reaction from the United States to this launch? And if there was, how do you assess it in the Kremlin? We have not yet heard any official response. Of course, all such launches are carried out with a special notification system in strict accordance with the existing international practice. In general, the President and the head of state gave a very high rating to this great achievement, which took place yesterday. Indeed, this is a very important event for the entire country and for the security of our country for many years to come. Dmitry Sergeyevich, does Russia consider the possibility of cooperation with the United States on the issue of North Streams? If the Americans can buy it from the Europeans and they're part of the infrastructure, and can Moscow and Washington, for example, create joint ventures to manage these gas pipelines, or consider the possibility of buying Russian gas from the United States for subsequent reselling it to the Europeans? On the agenda of the Russian-American relations, there could be a lot of mutually beneficial projects in the field of mutual investments, economy, and so on. These projects could be very useful and profitable from an economic point of view, both for Russian and American companies. As soon as the American side is ready not to limit the prospects of normalization of trade and economic relations with the Ukrainian regulation, or as soon as the Ukrainian regulation takes place, we hope that the way to implement a number of economic projects will be open. In recent days, both President Putin and you, and yesterday evening President of the United States, Donald Trump, said that the Ukrainian conflict is close to being regulated. Does this mean that some negotiations are underway at the moment, perhaps those that are not reported publicly? And what decision should Zelensky make to stop this? In order for the ceasefire to take place and for a corridor to open to full-scale peace talks, as the President has already said in June of last year, speaking before the heads of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Russian Federation, President Zelensky should give an order to the armed forces of Ukraine to cease fire and leave the territory of Donbass, the territory of the Russian regions. At this moment, the ceasefire will take place, and the sides will be able to engage in negotiations, which, by the way, will inevitably be very complex and will contain a large number of important details. As for the contacts, we continue our dialogue on the existing channels with the Americans. These contacts are carried out on a permanent basis, and since they play the role of intermediaries, the exchange of information with the Ukrainian side is also carried out through them.